Okay, my friends, over the last 7 years, part of my job as a business coach to dance studio owners, just like you, is to really audit and review social media accounts and general online presence. Um, and I have to tell you, while I've audited hundreds of profiles over the years, I have noticed that the majority of studio owners, um, they all kind of make the same mistakes. And y'all, zero judgment here. This is why we're here to all be better. And but I want you to know most of the things that studio owners are doing are really that are a mistake are really easy to fix. And so in this week's episode, I'm going to share with you the top 3 common mistakes to avoid so that you don't waste all your time and energy for nothing. And if you've ever felt that way, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm spending time, I'm doing things on social media, and it doesn't matter anyway, nobody's engaging with it, nobody's um, enrolling from there. Like, you are not alone. You are not alone. Uh. Start singing this morning. But what I want you to know is you're not alone and we can fix this, right? I don't want you to spend time and waste time on things that don't matter. So, if you're joining me, say, hey, Erin, what's up? Let me know that you're here. I always want to know who comes on live with me every single Wednesday when we dive into business strategy and tips and mindset. Uh, Stuff that we all have to deal with, and hopefully a little bit of joy in your week. And if you're new here, I'm Erin Bird, and I support dance studio owners and educators to really grow their businesses without the burnout, the overwhelm, or the sacrificing of their personal life because you do not have to. And y'all, I love coming in and making sure that we are finding joy. So say hello. Good morning, Cindy. Hello to you. I'm just gonna, y'all, get ready for it. Kids started back at school. Uh. I don't know if that's how you're feeling about the school year starting or if it's just me. I don't know. I'm just saying. So, without further ado, say hello. I want this to be an active conversation, y'all. If you have questions, do not hesitate to drop them in the chat. We like to learn out loud around here, which means that when you're like, not sure about something, or something really hits hard, it's like, ooh, that's a really good nugget, like drop it in the chat. Because for our friends who come back in on the replay, they're going to see that and be like, maybe I should lean a little closer. This was good. It resonated for someone who's just like me. So, y'all, do not be afraid to get into that comment section and let's chat. So, the first thing I got to know is, how do you feel about social media? Let's just do like a scale of 1 to 3. 1, I loathe social media. It's the bane of my existence. I really, if you know, I don't do it very often because it's just not my thing. That's a 1. 2 is like, I'm okay with it, but like, I'm not into it. I'm not like into all the trends. I don't necessarily um, I don't necessarily know how it all works. Like, I don't know how to use it strategically. That would be a 2. And a 3 is like, social media is my jam. I love learning about new TikTok trends and algorithms and analytics. Like, so where are you at? 1, 2, or I love it, 1.5. 1.5. Now, I don't know if you want me to share, but I think before we kind of like got to know each other a little bit better, you probably were like a 1 and not a 1.5. So you're making some moves there. Um, okay, so we got some 1s, 1.5. Like, so far, it's feeling like not everybody is loves the social media. A 2, let's see, a 1. Okay, so yeah, she's like, I was a -2 before we started, before we worked together. And so here's the thing. I'm not saying that you need to dive into social media and it be your thing. Like you're not I'm not trying to convert anyone to to being, a number 3 lover of all things social media because if I'm being quite honest with you, I'm a 2. I'm a 2. Like I there's platforms that while I know that I should be utilizing, I'm like, eh, right? There's some resistance there. And I'm okay with admitting it, right? But like we need to embrace this technology. So if you're a 1, 1.5, -2, no matter where you're at, if you are anywhere below a 3, what I want you to know is that there's some things that I see across the board that we can easily fix. And again, I'm not trying to convert you to being like a total social media nerd, geeking out on this sort of stuff. That is not my expectation here. But I do have to tell you that the reality is that we have to be using social media in our businesses. It is where we're at as a society. And if you are not using social media to leverage social media as a tool and a resource for your business, you are missing a huge piece of the pie. And my friends, we're going to go into some of that right now. But today I was going through like the top 3 things. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you even a bonus 4th mistake that I see because honestly, I was like, I can't just not talk about this. So let me know. Are you ready for it? Are we ready to dive into the top 3, really 4 mistakes that I see? Drop in the comments. Let me know if you're ready. Give me a thumbs up. Hell yes, let's do this. I want to know. Let me know. All right. So the first thing that I see across the board that is a huge mistake for studio owners is not showing up consistently. When we show up sporadically, you actually are having that piece of, I don't understand. Nobody comments on my stuff. Nobody sees my stuff. I'll post something, but here's the problem. Consistency is king. And because social media platforms, they are using, AI, they're using technology that's showing relevancy. And they're tracking everybody's usage. And so if you don't post consistently, number 1, your audience is not seeing your stuff consistently because you're not showing up consistently. But when you post just haphazardly, sporadically, those sort of things, what happens is the AI technology deems your stuff not important because not enough people are seeing it because you haven't showed up consistently. So now they're actually not going to show it to as many people. Right? So if you aren't showing up, people will not know that your posts exist. They will not know that they exist. Now, there's different studies that come out and data that Meta releases and things of that nature, and it's always changing, which is it's a rapid fire in that they give us new information, which is also can be frustrating because you think sometimes you're doing one thing right when it comes to the Meta world, Facebook, Instagram, that sort of thing, and then all of a sudden it feels like they change it again. But what I'm going to tell you is if you show up consistently, you will start to have more engagement. You will more people will see your posts. Your information will get out there, but you have to show up consistently. Now, I'm just going to say, How many of you, let's ask this question, let's have a little moment here. How many of you are posting 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, or daily? Like, let me know in the comments, how often are you posting on social media? Let me know. I'm gonna get a little drink of my coffee here this morning. Let me know. How many times a week are you posting on social media? Consistently. Consistently. And I'm not here to tell you need to be posting daily or you need to be posting, there's some things out there that are like, ooh, you need to post, 3 times a day, and then you need to do 5 stories a day, and then you need to, y'all, that's a lot. And I'm not asking that of anybody. Let's see, 5 days a week, but never on Saturday or Sunday. 4 or 5 times, beautiful. Christina, you're once a week, okay. So here's the thing. My suggestion for everyone is to start out posting consistently 3 times a week. Work that muscle, strengthen that muscle. 3 times a week is a great start. Now, it's not 3 times all on a Monday. Sylvia, you're saying 2 to 3 times. Okay, beautiful. So if we can work the muscle and get consistently to 3 times a week at minimum, okay, you are going to see those analytics and the data, they're going to rise. But we have to show up at least 3 times a week consistently. Now, once you've got that down, add in a 4th day, work that muscle, right? Then add in a 5th day. Okay. So we can show up consistently. And y'all, now I'm not going to talk about, right now I'm going to really specifically talk about Instagram, Facebook, Meta world. But you don't have to come in 5 days a week to post. You can schedule those posts. So maybe you decide on a Monday, you come in and you schedule your 3 posts for the week, and at minimum those 3 posts are going to go out.